Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I cannot believe it is 2025. It seems like time is just flying by. I wish I could say I don't wish that, but I secretly do because this year my husband gets to finally come home from his rotation in the military. For today's video, I am going to be discussing horror films that will be released this year. Now, this is not a complete full list. Some projects haven't even been announced yet, but this is just around 10-ish films that we have some details to, so that's what I'm going to be discussing today. I don't know if this year can beat last year because 2024 was a great year for horror films. 2025, the list I have, it seems like a lot of prior franchises are releasing sequels or more to the franchise. A lot of stuff we've seen before, more films are going to come out with that. Because let's face it, nostalgia sells. And I don't hate that. The first four movies I'm going to be discussing are not a part of a franchise yet. So for the first one, we are going to be discussing Wolfman. This is going to be released on January 17th, so that date is coming up very, very soon. According to IMDb, Wolfman is about a family at a remote farmhouse is attacked by an unseen animal, but as the night stretches on, the father begins to transform into something unrecognizable. Julia Gardner stars in this along with Christopher Abbott, which he is no stranger to horror films. He was in It Comes at Night. Zesher, I know him from the HBO series Girls. It's one of my favorite series. Julia Gardner was just in the Rosemary Babies prequel, but this film looks really good. The director is Lee Winnell, and he is known in the horror genre. I mean, he is a legend. He's done so many amazing projects that we are familiar with. So I have no doubt that this film will be visually stunning. I think the writing will probably be good. It looks scary. The visuals look scary. And we have two amazing, great leading actors in this. So I have high hopes for this film. All right, number 2 on the list is something I'm really looking forward to, and that is Heart Eyes. This will, of course, be released on February 7th, which is close to Valentine's Day, because this is a Valentine's Day slasher horror film, which is one of my favorite genres. Slashers. I love a mystery slasher, a person behind the mask, whodunit. And also, this film is starring Mason Gooding, and I low-key have a crush on him, so I will be going to see this in the movie theater. The plot for this film is, quote, "For the past several years, the Heart Eye Killer has wreaked havoc on Valentine's Day by stalking and murdering couples." It also stars Olivia Holt, Jordana Brewster, and Devon Sawa. Of course, we know where Devon's from. All right, up next is The Monkey, and this film is directed by Oz Perkins. He is also the director of Longlegs, which I've yet to see. I'm waiting. I really want to see that, but I'm gonna wait until my husband comes home because I'm gonna force him to watch it with me. The Monkey will be released on February 21st. Based on the 1980 short story The Monkey by Stephen King, the new film The Monkey is an upcoming horror comedy film written and directed by Oz Perkins. The premise of the film is about twin brothers discovering their father's old vintage creepy monkey toy in the attic. Soon after, the twin boys will witness horrible tragic deaths around them. They try to discard the monkey and go their separate ways, but later on in life, horrible deaths will occur again, and the twin brothers are brought back together to defeat this evil, cursed monkey. This film has Oz, he's part of the cast, along with Theo James. Oh, I love Theo James. I'm excited to see him in a horror film. Also, it will be starring Rowan Campbell, who is Corey from the Halloween Ends movie. and he was in Sabrina Carpenter's Taste music video. But I'm excited for this film. Great cast, great plot. Number 4 is going to be Frankenstein. Again, a tale we know of, but probably gonna have a spin on it. This has no date yet, actually, but Netflix will be releasing it. And the director is Guillermo del Toro, who is iconic. He's done such great work visually. So I'm very excited to see this film just for the visuals and what his vision is for Frankenstein. Essentially, this film will be about Dr. Pretorius, who is played by Christopher Waltz. Quote, he tracks down Frankenstein's monster, who has believed to have died in a fire 40 years earlier, in order to continue the experiments of Dr. Victor Frankenstein, played by Oscar Isaac. The monster will be played by Jacob Elordi, and the woman, the love interest in this, will be Mia Goth. So, great cast. I'm excited to see it. I really want to know what it's going to look like. All right, now we are going to get into the franchise. Familiar horror genres, series, franchises. You know what I mean. With that, at number 5 is going to be Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm gonna be completely honest, I thought they were done making Final Destinations. I had no clue they were bringing it back. So when I saw the title, I got a little bit excited because I do like Final Destination. The second one is the best. I do like the third. One is great, obviously. But the last two, not so much. So I'm a little on the fence. I need to see a trailer. There has been no trailer released for this, but it will be released on May 16th, so I'm hoping we do get a teaser soon because I want to know what the opening scene is going to be about. You got the airplane, the roller coaster, the car accident. I want to know what it entails for this one. There has been rumors, but nothing confirmed yet. Details are still under wraps. But I did find something on Reddit. Again, it's Reddit. So this has not been confirmed, but I thought I'd share it with you because it's not a bad idea concept of the film, but the user, I'm going to be reading from Reddit, XX Epic Neil Time XX said that the main characters are in present day. She gets nightmares of her grandma's premonitions from the 60s. Granny lives because of premonitions, but now death is coming after the family she created since they should have never been born. The opening disaster takes place in the 60s, 70s, but the movie takes place in modern times. So if that is true and this is what the movie is going to be about, makes sense because Bloodlines is part of the title. Tony Todd, rest in peace. He will be in this. I believe this is his final film. Very somber. All right, number 6, 28 years later. Wow. I am shocked that this movie has been made, and I'm terrified but so excited. 28 Days Later scared the bejeebies out of me, and honestly, it was probably the first scary movie to actually scare me, along with 28 Weeks Later. That film is the film that made my husband never want to watch scary movies again, and why he doesn't like to watch them with me. I watched the trailer for this, and my kids should have been in the other room because when they saw Teletubbies, they got so excited. But then it got scary real quick for them. But this franchise, I have to give it to them. It's truly terrifying. Truly terrifying. The overview is, quote, it's been almost 3 decades since the rage virus escaped from a biological weapons laboratory. Still living in a ruthless enforced quarantine, some have found ways to exist aimed at the infected. One such group of survivors lives on a small island connected to the mainland by a single heavily defended causeway. When one of them decides to venture into the dark heart of the mainland, he soon discovers a mutation that has spread to not only the infected, but other survivors as well. 28 years later will be released on June 20th, so we get a summer release date, which is great. I think this will be a good film for the younger generation to go see once school's out. Teenagers, a younger audience being introduced to the horror genre, and new viewers of 28 franchise. And I guess some of the film, or all of the film, was filmed on an iPhone, which I can see that because it kind of, parts of the trailer seemed like a found footage film. Definitely want to go see this. My husband might not. All right, just a week after 28 Years Later will be released, Megan 2.0 will be released on June 27th. The first one was super successful, and of course they're gonna come out with a sequel. Megan and I don't hate Megan, but it's not my favorite. But the plot of this has not been released. The original cast will be coming back. Allison Williams, along with Violet McGraw and Jenna Davis. Up next is going to be I Never Forgot What You Did Last Summer. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I forget that one even exists because I was so disappointed when I watched it. When I rented it from Blockbuster as a child. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt will reprise their roles in this. And that's all you needed to tell me, and I'm there. I got my popcorn, I got my movie ticket, and I'm going to go see it. This, of course, gets a July release date for around July 4th weekend. No, it's going to be July 18th. So perfect for this film. The cast is amazing. I love all the new faces. They're known to the younger generation, and I'm excited. I'm a fan of each and every one of them. I'm excited to see that Billy Campbell is going to be in this. I don't know where he's been in a few years, but I'm glad he's coming back. But if you don't know anything about I Know What You Did Last Summer, it's essentially a man with the hook slasher film. Terrorizes a group of friends. They did something a year prior. He's getting his revenge later on. But for this, we don't really know the plot, but it's going to be based off of the first one, essentially. I'm assuming it's Jennifer Love Hewitt or Freddie Prinze Jr.'s kids. The movie poster, I hope they change it. They probably will with like the cast faces, but like the hook looks like Maui's hook from Moana, and when I first saw it, that's what I thought it was. But again, I'm so excited they brought this back. I hope they go down the Scream route, because Scream 5 and 6 are amazing and a fresh take on the franchise. And I just pray that they do the same for I Know What You Did Last Summer. I hope it's not cheesy or like, what the F? You know what I mean? Kind of like Halloween Ends. On September 5th, you have the last Conjuring, Last Rites, will be released. This is a supernatural horror phenomenon franchise. So what we essentially know about this film is that this will be Ed and Lorraine Warren's, the paranormal investigators. This is their last case involving a mysterious entity. But if you are a Conjuring fan, this is bittersweet news. You get a new Conjuring film, but it's also the last one. On September 26th, we get the 11th installment of Saw. And I think it's going to be good. Again, no details have been released. Hopefully soon. No trailer has been dropped. Hopefully a teaser comes out. But all we do know is that Tobin Bell will reprise his role as John Kramer, aka Jigsaw. There has been rumors that this is maybe a sequel to Saw X, but the director is Kevin Garuter. So sorry. I can't pronounce anybody's names, but he is also the director of Saw X, Saw 3D, I believe it's Saw 5, and he also directed Jezebel. But this man's editing credits are insane. He mostly did all the Saws. He also did Cobweb and Uma and The Collection and The Strangers. So I have no doubt that this film will be a nostalgic feeling of the Saw franchise. For you Saw fans, I don't think this one is going to be disappointing, and I'm excited to see little Jigsaw come back. My cousin is going to be happy about this one, but The Black Phone 2 will be released in October, so around Halloween. It's October 17th. This film will be released. Ethan Hawke is coming back. He's terrorizing again. The little boy, who is played by Mason Damas, he also reprises his role. Again, this is a sequel to the first one. It's the same director and writer, Scott Derrickson. No plot has been given, but I'm going to assume that a phone is going to be a ringing, a dinging in this, and some supernatural stuff is going to go down. I love Ethan Hawke, huge fan of him. First one was great, terrifying. Anything he's in, he kills it. So I'm looking forward to The Black Phone 2. And the last one, no release date has been given, but we do have a title. We do have some kind of a plot and a little bit of the casting, which is going to be Thread, an Insidious Tale. So not a movie about the family in Insidious, but a different family going through similar entity. But this will be starring Mandy Moore and Kumail Nanjiani. What we do know about this film is that it is going to be about, quote, a couple resorts to a spell to travel back in time, hoping to prevent their daughter's tragic death. But that is just a couple of horror films that have been announced for this year. Again, there's going to be more announced, more details yet to come, and I'm so excited for it. I hope this is a great year for horror films and movies in general. I know we got Happy Gilmore 2 coming out, Superman. I'm sure there's going to be a few Disney movies coming out this year. But yeah, that is going to be it from me today. Let me know if you're open to it. Let me know what your New Year's resolution is going to be. Mine is going to be reading the Court of Thorn and Roses books. There's a couple. I heard the first one is slow and you just gotta hurry up and finish it because it gets better. But that is what I'm looking forward to this year, is reading a bunch of books. Has been coming home and watching my babies grow up. But yeah, and to release more content for you guys, see more movies, build a community, and I hope this year is filled with positive things, rainbows and sunshines and butterflies. But yeah, let me know what you guys are excited for, which one I said, discussed in this video, and I will be seeing you guys shortly. So, bye-bye.